Okay, so I'm just going to straight out say it because I do not care at this point. But I've already made two videos about it, about Nugu Promoter. But I'm just going to say that I am the better version of Nugu Promoter. Now, I'm not saying it in the sense that Nugu Promoter promotes girl groups and female soloists only. And I promote co-ed groups, boy groups, girl groups, female soloists, male soloists, girl bands, instrumental playing bands, boy instrumental playing bands, and co-ed instrumental playing bands. But the reason why I say that I'm the better version of Nugu Promoter is because of the fact that I actually try to promote Nugu artists. The thing is, Nugu Promoter is supposed to be a Nugu promoting account, right? And I also am a Nugu promoting account currently. Even though I make mistakes by promoting certain artists as Nugu, even though they're not Nugu, I end up apologizing for it and I try to better my mistakes. Even though I continue to still make mistakes, I still apologize for it each time. But Nugu Promoter has promoted, I've said this before, one time in 2025, I think it was, they promoted Momoland on their account. Another time they promoted CLC on their account. And then they've also promoted once or twice Purple Kiss. And Purple Kiss's current sales, according to the website Korean Sales, twt.blogspot.com, their current sales is 304,000 plus sales. And then recently on August 5th, they made a post about Gugudan, talking about Gugudan, where are the members now. And Gugudan's total Korean sales, looking at the website Korean Sales, twt.blogspot.com, their total sales totaled up to 100,000 plus sales. And I found out that they stopped promoting Kiss of Life because Kiss of Life's first week sales was 21,000 plus for I don't know which song or which comeback, but I think they stopped promoting Kiss of Life, and Kiss of Life graduated because of that from Nugudam and stuff like that. And I remember that a Nugu promoter has a sort of graduation system or something where if you reach a certain amount of sales, you stop being promoted on Nugu promoter. But if that Kiss of Life thing is true, where Kiss of Life reached 21,000 something sales for the first week and then Nugu promoter stopped promoting them, then why? Why is it that Nugu promoter stopped promoting Kiss of Life but then made a post about CLC, made a post about Momoland, made a post about Gugudan, and one or two posts about Purple Case. I saw one post about Purple Case amongst other groups in a collage format, but I don't know if they made more posts about Purple Case. Maybe they have. And why is it that Kiss of Life stopped being promoted, but these groups will still get promoted even though their sales are good, even though they're very well known, even though people still know them a lot? Why is it that Kiss of Life stopped being promoted? Is it that Kiss of Life got too big and too popular? That's why Nugu promoters stopped promoting them. But groups like Purple Kiss and Gugudan never reached that same amount of success that Kiss of Life did, and maybe that's why Nugu Promoter still promotes these groups because they haven't reached popular heights as groups like Kiss of Life has. And why is it that CLC and Momoland are being promoted on this? I mean, I understand that Momoland, they released Rodeo and they came back after a very long time, and they didn't have as much success with Rodeo, and they didn't see as much success that they were previously having with Boom Boom Bam, Thumbs Up, and songs like these, I'm So Hot. And I believe that they should have disbanded. But many people still know Momoland. Some people may have forgotten about them. Oh, I once knew about them. I forgot they existed. But that doesn't make them Nugu for Nugu promote to promote them. Even with a group like CLC, they are one of the most known groups out there. So many K-pop stans know them. They come from Cube Entertainment. So many K-pop stans know their songs: Hobgoblin, Black Dress, No, Helicopter, which was their disbandment song, and so many of their songs have such good views that why are they even being promoted on Nugu Promoter? I at least have common sense to not promote CLC as a Nugu, to not promote Momoland as a Nugu. I may have accidentally promoted groups like Gravity as Nugu and groups like these accidentally, even Purple Kiss as Nugu, Triple S as Nugu, because I make my award shows based on Nugu artists, but I accidentally have promoted these artists as Nugu in those award shows. And then when I made the award shows for future years, after that, the next year's award shows, I changed the award show to be Nugu and unpopular groups, so I can include groups that are not actually Nugu, but they are not super popular yet. So I have changed my criteria for my award shows just to include groups that I have mislabeled as Nugu. I have apologized for promoting certain groups as Nugus, and I have said that multiple times in videos where I explain the video idea, and the video ideas are based on Nugu artists. But why is Nugu promoter not trying to promote Nugu artists properly? I mean, Nugu promoter has promoted a lot of Nugu artists, a lot of Nugu female soloists, but why is it that Nugu promoter amongst those Nugu artists are still promoting groups that do not need promoting because they have already a good amount of visibility, or they are super well known in the K-pop space, or they have a good amount of sales? Why is it that Nugu promoter will promote a group like Navarilla, who is actually Nugu, but alongside Navarilla will promote someone like Purple Kiss again because of certain reasons? Why is it that Purple Kiss never need promoting and never needed promoting on Nugu accounts? So many people know them, so many people already stream their music, so many people can name more than one of Purple Kiss song. That doesn't make them Nugu. How is it that they Nugu? Nugu promoter needs to stop and needs to shut down their account if they're not going to do Nugu promotion properly. They do Nugu promotion properly and promote a lot of Nugu artists, Nugu soloists, Nugu groups. But why do they promote these other groups that are more, that have already graduated Nugudam, that are mid tier, or that are super well known? Why are they also promoted as Nugu? This small minority of not Nugu promotion that Nugu promoter does is the reason why I say that Nugu promoter should just stop with the Nugu promotion. Like, the majority of the promotion are Nugu artists, yes, but the small minority of groups that they promote that are not actually Nugu, but they promote them as Nugu on their account because, of course, the account is Nugu promoter. So any artist getting promoted on that account is automatically seen as Nugu promoter's eyes. But any of these groups and artists that are promoted as Nugu, even though they're not Nugu and have graduated Nugudam, this is the main reason why Nugu promoter should just stop it, because the small minority is still being promoted as Nugu even though they are not. It's like, for example, you do something bad, but then you do something good and you continue to do good. Those amount of good works that you do does not take away from the fact that you did something bad. And that bad thing could be something really bad that you did, but you did a bunch of good works too. But the good work should not be seen and the bad work should be ignored. Same with Nugu Promoter. Just because Nugu Promoter promotes a lot of Nugu artists, that doesn't mean that they shouldn't be criticized for the fact that they still promote Nugu artists who are not actually Nugu. They have graduated Nugudam, they are mid-tier, they are super well known, that they could just be popular at this point. Nugu promoters should get it together and actually do some research. You can go on Google, search up K-pop groups and their sales, and the website Korean Sales twt.blogspot.com pops up super easily. And whenever I need to check up sales for groups, especially ones from bigger budgeted companies, I search up their sales, and Korean Sales twt.blogspot.com shows me their sales in an organized format for every album since debut, and shows their total sales for each album for each year, and also they totaled up Korean sales and Japanese sales. So I know exactly the numbers of certain groups to know whether they're Nugu or not. But why does a Nugu promoter just do simple research, just properly try and promote Nugu groups and actually give Nugu groups a platform? Because Nugu promoter is the most well-known Nugu promotion out there, because of the fact that I feel like they are the only ones who do the Nugu promotion and have gotten popular for it. But yet they still promote Gugudan and Purple Kiss and groups like CLC and Momoland. They have lost the plot. Even if they promote Nugu groups, they have lost the plot. They should promote Nugu groups properly or stop it and just delete Nugu promoter, even though they have a lot of followers on Twitter. Because I do not want to follow someone who doesn't know Nugu promotion. And I don't even need Nugu promoter anymore. I just simply still follow them on Instagram in case I miss out girl groups that I forgot debuted, or maybe I did not check up on them, maybe they didn't come up on my timeline. So Nugu promoter promoting them will give me their information, and that would be great. That's the only reason I follow Nugu promoter. But besides that, I hate Nugu promoter. I used to think Nugu promoter was something amazing because I was just starting to get into Nugu groups. But once I realized that I can just do my own research and I can just find Nugu groups myself, and that I am much better than what Nugu Promoter is in terms of promoting Nugus, then I realize that I do not need Nugu Promoter. Nugu Promoter is just a fraud. Exactly, is just a fraud. That's it.